a shout out to all of Richard Hazel's lot to think about heading over to the arena with your commercial vehicles, please. So commercial vehicles, they come in all shapes and sizes, weights. We've got the smaller end of the commercial vehicles now, the Ford Escort van. Not many engineering companies, parcel delivery firms would have been operating anywhere from the 1980s right up until about 2000 when the iconic Ford Escort van ceased production. We obviously started with the very early sort of the Mark 1 and Mark 2 Escorts, but then we ended up with the 55 range in the late 90s, early 2000s, like they say, moving up from the 1.9 diesel or 1.8 diesels to the turbo diesel variants. So the Escort van, absolute icon on British roads. Got the Bedford tipper just coming around by the main entrance now, the second one in the lineup. With the drop sides and drop-sided tipper, so that one's liveried up as a coal merchant. Obviously the Bedford, the O series lorries, again an icon of the British road. The Ford D series, the 1211 with the tractor on the back. Now, the D series, I believe, was the killer from the Bedford TK range. Bedford TKs didn't sport a tilt cab, and Bedford did not wish to change that. Along came Ford with the D series, tilt cab, easy access to engine, gearbox, everything that you need to service. Another D series, this time with the short beaver tail on it, ideal for tractor transport, vintage car transport, and obviously the owners brought another vehicle to the rally on the back of this one. The Transit, so the bigger of the the light commercial vehicles of the Ford range, with the aluminium drop side tipper. Probably the 2.5 litre diesel banana engine. Naturally aspirated, yeah, that's going to be naturally aspirated. They did then produce in the mid-1990s the 2.5 litre turbo diesel banana engine. The banana engine given its name because of the intake manifold. It looked like a bunch of bananas. Another drop-side Transit now, this time not a tipper, just an aluminium drop-side. The Albion now, so we're going back into probably the 1950s, I'm going to guess now at this one. Yeah, 52. The Seddon diesel now. I don't know, I'm just looking for a nod to whether the commercial vehicles are actually parking up or they're going to meant to be going straight out the arena. The Strato 325, 325 horsepower. Now this is powered by the 10 litre Cummins engine, manual transmission. A Morris commercial now, just doing the turnaround to sit on the end of the lineup. I don't know whether this one's 4 or 6 cylinder petrol. the Bedford J-Type, just coming across the back now. I thought it did sound a bit different. That's got the 220 turbo diesel engine just been fitted. Now that would have originally come out with what was known as the cost cutter diesel that was used in many of Ford and Fordson's products, obviously crossed over to the Bedford range. Now one of my favourite manufacturers going on now, Scammell Leyland, they amalgamated. You will see there, I think we've got a Crusader on site. They were badged both Scammell and Leyland, so they had a bit of a merger in the 1980s. But the Scammell that we've got here with the recovery gear on is the mighty Scammell Explorer. Now, I don't know whether this one's got the Gardner. I'm sure that one's a Gardner power variant. The International Lodestar, the 1600, US Air Force with the recovery gear back again.
Big yellow one, that's the yellow one. White one's in there.
Well, it looks like they keep coming. As they say, Stoke Row is the gift that keeps giving. The Scammell. Now this is, I'm assuming, powered by the Meadows engine, looking at the badge on the front, so I'm going to go with that. It's got the Meadows lump in it. The little Thames, liveried up with lavender stores, the Thames 15. Now there wouldn't have been many hardware stores or little trinket shops, as I would have called them, from the 1960s, 70s, even into the 80s. It wouldn't have had a van very similar to this. The post office telephones, Morris commercial now, box-bodied. Something slightly different in the lineup. Yeah. If someone's got a good horn, they've got to blow it for you. It's just like the steamers with their whistles in hooters. The Freightliner. Now we've got the whites coming on to the end here with the Cat diesel engine. This is the Road Commander 2. The AEC, I'm hoping it's a Regent now, otherwise I'm going to be shocked. Yeah, the AEC Regent now, and he's just got to run me over. At the very small end of the commercial vehicles, the little Austin pickup now. Slightly later than the D-Series, the Ford Cargo, just coming past the entrance to the arena now. And we do like a rolling restoration project. It's always nice to see the bare bones vehicles, whether it's a car, commercial, tractor, but commercial vehicles, when you see them in their completely stripped down naked version, is not even a chassis cab, it's a chassis and driver. Now what we must remember, the chassis and driver that's going around the arena at the moment, this would have been a common sight for buses. Many years ago, it would have been common for buses to be going from Bristol, from Eastern Coachworks, say, or the Bristol Bodyworks factory, up north. There's a chassis coming down from up north, having bodies built. So there is a bus on the preservation scene that does attend some rallies. which is just a chassis and driver combination. So it's very weird to think that back only 25 years ago, that would have been something that you would have seen hurtling up the motorway, or the motorways as they were then.
Maybe they're not bringing the yellow one in.
Obviously not.
No doubt something's sort of missed my eyes as it's been going round and I've been chatting on. The Thames Trader now, just coming past the commentary box.
We had many more in there.
What? Hellboy's at 11:30. Well, apparently there's some Civil War stuff going on around like 11 as well.
Yeah, okay. That might be worth watching.
Another J-Type just coming past. Now this one's got the petrol engine in it, 6-cylinder petrol. Like I said earlier, the diesel variant. Be willing to tell us a little bit about their vehicles. And I see a gent sort of just trying to duck behind the steering wheel of his Bedford. Can you tell us a bit about this one, please?
Maybe they didn't bring a certain number in.
Yeah.
So 28 horsepower. What's the capacity of this side? So 5-turn Bedford O-Type with 28 horsepower. Now, to just put that in perspective, a modern equivalent of a vehicle of that capacity would be running probably 150 horsepower sort of minimum. So it really shows how we've moved on in life and how we demand the use of more power. And we've got another Scammell just